Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so today I've got this GB Boy Color. The GB Boy Color. So is that Game Boy Color? I don't know. But this little fella right here is a Chinese clone of the Nintendo Game Boy Color, obviously. From my looking into this bad boy, I've discovered that it has a lit up screen. So the screen is backlit, apparently, or front lit. I'm not 100%. But from what I've seen and heard, this thing might be pretty amazing. The original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, did not have a lit up screen. Even the Game Boy Advance didn't have a lit up screen until we got the SP version, the clamshell version, which was pretty unfortunate. Just technology at the time, I guess. I wouldn't say it didn't exist, but my assumption is that it was probably a little pricey to do at that time. So we didn't get some of these games with these lit up screens, unfortunately. Which was okay because I suppose if they did put these light up screens, the backlit screens into the Game Boy and the series of Game Boys anyway, back in the day, our battery lives would have been horrible. I very fond memories of the Game Boy, all the Game Boys, the original Game Boy. I probably owned more games for that handheld than I've ever owned for any other system. Just love the Game Boy. Love the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, everything. Just love all the old school Nintendo stuff. So let's go ahead and open this little fella up and see what we got. First, let's take a look at the box real quick. So GB Boy Color, 66-in-1. So it has games built into it. Different colors you can get, yellow, green, blue. I got the yellow. I would have preferred one of these. The crystal purple, crystal green, or crystal blue. I actually wanted the crystal blue. If I could find one shipped within the U.S., I'm going to grab one. These are easily found on eBay. Harder to find them shipped in the U.S., so if that's a concern, which is a concern for me, because when I looked at the prices, the ones shipped in the U.S. and then the ones shipped from China were very similar in price. So it was like, I'll pay the couple bucks extra and make sure I get it in a few days instead of a few weeks or a month or never, possibly. So there's that. Not much else. Looks like we have kind of tightly packed in there some paperwork. Nice. Set that aside. Kong Feng. So that's the company. If you were to look these up, look up the Kong Feng GB Boy Color. So it looks like we get their phone number, some kind of warranty card, I suppose. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. Unless I learn Chinese and fill it out. And I'm assuming this is a user manual. Pretty awesome. Put your batteries in here, but it says it in Chinese, so who the heck knows? But looking back at the box, 56 colors is mixed to 32,000 colors. Okay. The new style construction and economy power technology. Oh, snap. That's what I'm talking about. Seriously. Support multi-person games. So what, we could play MMOs on here? No, just kidding. I'm sure. Yeah, it looks like it has the link port on the side. More colors for choice. New front light screen. Much more better. Okay. I could dig it. Let's get that box out of here. Get the weird little manuals out of here. Before I take this out of the plastic, I'm sure it takes a couple double A's, and I do have those set aside. So there are 66 games built into this thing that we're going to test, a couple of them out, I guess. And then I also have Pokemon Yellow, which this is a clone game. This is a repro You can easily find these for about $4 or $5 on eBay, shipped from China. You're gonna pay probably double if you want them shipped, within the U.S. Probably, $8 to $10 shipped from the U.S. anyway. So we'll test that out. That's a repro game. Like I said, between $4 to $10. And then we're gonna try out a legit game. Obviously, Snow Brothers, one of my all-time favorites. Loved it on the Game Boy. This game, I don't necessarily agree with pricing. Like, who comes up with the pricing on these guys? Snow Brothers on the Game Boy, anywhere from $50 to $60 if you could find it in good condition anyway. Just ridiculous for a Game Boy game, in my opinion. I don't know how rare it is, but I have one. So let's see. Let's see if these games play. Get this little fella out of here. So we got some Chinese on the back here. 3 volts, 200 milliamp, 0.7 watts, AA times 2, and some kind of bogus serial number, I'm assuming. We have our QC inspection sticker. So this one looks like it passed last year, September. So fairly, they're continually making these, obviously. If this one was manufactured in September, or QC'd in September, I would assume it was manufactured somewhere near that. So yeah, 2 AA's. We have our volume control there, our link port there. I can't test that because I don't have 2 of them and I don't have a link port. Maybe at some point, because I do want to get that crystal blue if this is worthwhile. But let's go ahead and put these batteries in here. Boom. That is what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's get our games out and ready to test. But let's go ahead and just boot her up. Screen is nice and bright. Color Game Boy, 188:1. So it's going to repeat like 3 times. That's what my assumption is. Contra, Super Mario Land, Bugs Bunny, Parasauru, something or other, Go-Go Tank, Tenchi Wokurai, Rao, I don't know. Donkey Kong, Aladdin, Mario and Yoshi, DuckTales, Pac-Man, Side Pocket, Kid Nicky, Yar's Revenge, Yakuman. Man, tell this fool to shut up over here. Ridiculous. He goes through the whole video without talking about the buttons, without saying anything about these buttons. Let me just clear it up real quick while he's going over these stupid games. The D-pad, not like the original, but feels great. No issue with that. The buttons feel awesome. The select and start, not the rubberized buttons. Solid, but they function and feel great. So good D-pad, great buttons. Good, great, good, great. Okay, let's get back to it. Clacks, Koi Wa, Cocky, High, I don't know. Quirk Loops, The Game of Harm. What? Minesweeper, Missile Command, Motocross Mania, NFL Football, Palamades, Penguin Land, Pipe Dream, Pop-Up, Cubillion, Serpent, Tesserae, World Bowling, Daedalian Opus or something or other. And then, yeah, it starts repeating right after 66. Yeah, that, I don't know if the repeats are going to be like hacks or different versions, but my assumption is it's just the same game listed multiple times. So let's go ahead and let's boot up Super Mario Land, see how that looks. The screen, though, I'm amazed by the screen. Whoa. Get over here. The screen is just, it's not the exact same size as the original Game Boy, but this is amazing. Oh, shoot. This is amazing looking at the colors and the brightness of this screen. This is outrageous to me. I'm digging this. I mean, I don't really care about these pack-in games like Super Mario Land. I already have this. But, you know, I don't have all the games that are listed on here, but when it comes to, you know, actual consoles and handhelds, I prefer having physical media than, you know, having built-in games anyway, but that's just me. Wow. I'm digging it. I'm digging that. Let's check out one more. What was that? What game was that? That sounded kind of strange. DuckTales is cool. I love DuckTales on the Game Boy. The Game of Harm? Yeah, that's the one. We got to check out the Game of Harm. See what that is. And instead of, you know, the actual logo popping up, it's, you know, the GB Boy logo. I don't know if I know this game. I mean, I am assuming, you know, this looks like it's a legit game that was released. I don't know. Beside the point. But I'm assuming a lot of those games are probably hack games or like weird little things like that Flappy Special. I don't know if that's a legit game, but my assumption is maybe it's a Flappy Bird, you know, clone or something like that. I don't know. But next test, let's go ahead and try out the Pokemon Yellow reproduction, Chinese reproduction. This was not made, you know, by a hobbyist, somebody that's really into it. It's made by some kind of Chinese company. So let's see if that boots up on here. Yep, sure does. Looking legit. Game Freak. And in color. Wow. Look at Pikachu. Oh, snap, he's angry. Boom. Pikachu. There you go. So she works. So our cloned games work. Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Well, we see that it works. You know, obviously I can't get into Pokemon while, you know, recording a video. Pokemon's too much to get into, but wow. That's awesome. That works. That works. There we go. The original Pokemon Red and Blue, I originally bought Red, and eventually I bought both of them. So I had, I think, Red first and then Blue. Yeah. Those games, I probably put, I know one of them I put like 80 hours into, and then the other one probably close to 100. I put a lot of hours into the original Pokemon games, just ridiculous. But there we go, Snow Bros Jr. official cartridge in the GB Boy color. Booted up. Wow. Yes, got him. Nice, nice, nice. That is straight legit, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm very happy with my purchase here. Very happy. I don't know what else to say. This thing, you know, it's got a very similar weight to a Game Boy. I'm not going to open her up to see the internals. I'm not too concerned with that. What I am concerned with is checking out if this works. Might have to test that out in the future. I do have her lanyard strap. Everything's pretty much modeled after the original Game Boy. You know, she doesn't look perfect. Don't get me wrong. But this thing is straight legit, and it does have a screen protector over it. I did not peel that off. Nice. Headphone port, DC power port. I'm going to have to check both of these out. I didn't even think of that. Where are my headphones at, y'all? I'm not even going to edit this out. Man, my headphones are right there. What the hell's wrong with me? Let's find out if the headphone jack works. Because sometimes, you know, they'll put these things together and just screw with you. You don't know what you're getting. Oh, wow. Wow. GB boy color, me impressed. That's what I got to say about that. Headphone jack works. Don't know if this DC jack, I don't think I even have a plug that small that'll fit in there. 3 volt. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look, but this little fella right here, I paid about $40 for. Right now, after this short, you know, video, I mean, it's not too short, but after playing with this, the first time I've messed with this, I am so happy I purchased this thing. I love the Game Boy. This fixes the flaws. And it gives you the Game Boy Color with a lit up screen. Amazing stuff, guys. That's all I got to say. Amazing stuff. About $40. You could find these on eBay all day long. Man, hope you guys appreciate this review. I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. You know, if I had an extra thumb, I'd put that up there too. But we got 2 thumbs up on this bad boy. I love it. I'm happy I bought it. I'm going to buy another one. That clear blue. That's my jam right there. So smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And I will catch you guys next time. Boom! Awesome. You made it to the end of the video. I appreciate it. Hey, if you want to help me out, support the channel, grab one of these t-shirts. I'd appreciate it. If you don't want one, that's cool too. But if you want to help a brother out and get something in return, grab one of these bad boys. The Mad Little Pixel Boom t-shirt. Peace.